And so 1000 Year Blood War Round 16 is back earlier than expected, and it's kind of good timing because I made a showcase of Uryu yesterday. Did not intend for that to happen, and I wasn't expecting this banner to return until sometime next month, but it's here early, and is it worth summoning on? And the answer is, of course it is. These are some of the best characters in the entire game, and if you are missing all three of these characters, I would definitely recommend throwing a couple multis on this particular banner. The great thing about any 1000 Year Blood War rerun, and this does include the new reruns like this particular banner, is that the first step is going to be free. I love that. I would love to see on every other banner, especially the main mid-month, end-of-month banners, for example, but as of right now, it only looks to be on 1000 Year Blood War, and in this case, it's not really a bad thing, right? The first step is going to be free. It's going to have a normal 6% pull rate, and someone watching this video, hopefully it's you, yes, you watching this video, can potentially walk away with an Uryu, Ichigo, or Chad on that free multi, and that's going to be really, really hype if anyone could do that. Hoping I can actually do it. So of course, I don't need to mention this, but anyone watching this video should be doing the first step tomorrow. And whether you want to keep going on this particular banner, again, always comes down to you. So let's talk about it. So the first thing to understand is the banner does drop tomorrow morning, and it's going to last until the 31st. Now, I don't think end of month is going to be anything super, super crazy. Could be wrong, but I think in terms of like new characters, I don't think they're going to be able to compete with these three characters. Then again, they're probably going to be in different attributes and do different things, so they're not really going to be competing with these particular characters, but these 3000 Year Blood War characters, Ichigo, Uryu, and Chad, are some of the best characters in the game, offer a lot of value in basically every game modes. So if I was to pull over this or the potential end of month banner, which again, keep in mind, we have no idea what it could be, I would probably want to summon on this over that. Having said that though, this banner is going to be here until the 31st, so the second this banner does leave is when the end of month banner does actually release. So there will be a time, if you wait until like the 27th, 28th, we will find out what end of month is going to be, what the characters will be, what skills they have, and what also the banner will be. So if you are very hesitant on summoning your orbs right before an end of month banner, we'll just wait like a week. This banner isn't going anywhere, and you can make a better decision then if you want to pull on that banner or this banner. The filler characters themselves aren't anything super crazy. I believe these are almost like the exact same fillers the last time this banner was here. But unfortunately, when it comes to 1000 Year Blood War summons, never really expect the greatest of fillers. Unless round 13 or 14 is a filler, you're mainly just getting collectible characters at this point. But let's talk about the three new characters. So looking at Ichigo, Ichigo is best described as the ultimate all-arounder. In my opinion, if you could only ever have one character in this game, it's got to be this Ichigo, because he literally does everything. But why exactly is that? Well, for starters, he does come with two killers, that being a Ronka and also no affiliation killer. Two great sets of killers in my opinion. He has a strong attack recharge minus 14% soul trait, which obviously is great for him, but if for some reason you don't want to use his character, you can all use him as a link. And then when you look at his skills, he basically has every skill in the game to go through any annoying mechanics. For starters, he has Marauder, so he goes through enemies' guards, he goes through enemies' resistances, he then has hidden enemies, so no one can hide from his attacks, and then he also has Pierce Iron Skin. Now, Iron Skin is a very annoying mechanic, mainly seen in inheritance trials to make it somewhat more tough, where essentially if you don't inflict an enemy with stats element, they're taking 80% less damage. So the idea in inheritance trials is that you want to inflict stats elements to clear faster. This character cannot inflict stats elements, and to make up for that, he just outright goes through Iron Skin. And this makes him clear some of the harder content, like Ultra Inheritance Trials, super easy, and he makes it like you're playing single player content. It's actually quite ridiculous how fast he clears that hard piece of content. And then to go alongside that, he also does have read all affiliation dodges, so enemies can't even dodge his attacks. So with those skills right there, there's no mechanic that will stop this character from dealing a lot of damage. Speaking of his damage, he also does have Frenzy +2, and also 100% more damage to enemies not afflicted by a stats element. And this right here is one of the more broken skills in the entire game, because this is always active. Ichigo can't inflict stats elements, so every time he hits an enemy, you're always doing 100% more damage. And since he basically counters like every enemy mechanic, like no one's ever gonna survive strong attacks against this particular character. And then it gets even better because he also does have a great set of strong attacks, some really good visuals at that, and then also great mobility, with Sprinter +2, long strides, shared complete stats immunity, so you're immune to every stats element and you share that to your team. He also heals everyone by 20% every time you move into another map. This character is a damage dealer, a healer, super safe, super fast, and goes through any annoying mechanic in the game. This Ichigo, without a doubt, is one of the best, if not best, character in the game. He's stupid broken, and then he's also really good in Arena too. As in Arena, he does pick up Frenzy +3, starts off with 66% extra stats, poise, and also does get an extra bit of recharge. So with all that, Ichigo, yeah, amazing character. You can use him in guild quests, as a side, as a main. He's an amazing character in Arena, probably the best character in Arena right now. An amazing carry in IT, and just super fun, super OP. Definitely going to be the prize of this particular banner. And then we have Uryu. Now, Uryu I just made a showcase of yesterday. Recommend you guys check out if you haven't seen it. Uryu is going to be a great character in general content, but he's going to be really good for basically the next month and a half, because the way he does work, he's going to be amazing in content like epic raids, for example. And the reason for that is as follows. He does have two killers, that being Soriba and Captain, which is a good set of killers, especially right now in epic raid content where we have a Toshiro epic raids. Toshiro is both a Soriba and Captain, so Uryu is basically doing 60% more damage to that particular epic raid boss, and that allows you to farm epic raid significantly faster as you're now doing more damage. But that's also important because he is the ultimate farmer for the technique attribute, because with his skills he does have +5 super speed link swap potions, +5 speed link swap potions, and also speed droplet drop rate +30%. So we can farm super link swap potions, droplets, and also link swap potions all in one character. That, quite frankly, is amazing. But having these skills don't make you good. What also makes him good is the skills he does have along with that. With Guard Break and Pierce Iron Skin, it allows him to be again one of the faster characters to clear IT content, just like Ichigo. Ichigo is significantly faster, keep that in mind. But with the Pierce Iron Skin, Uryu is able to clear IT content where you want to use him significantly easier than most other technique characters. Uryu then has Frenzy +1, a 60% berserker, 20% more damage when you are at full stamina, and then an additional 20% strong attack damage that you give to your entire team. And since this character does come with 3 skills that are basically centered around comp farming, having that team buff is actually really good in my opinion, because a lot of time you are going to play with other technique characters. And the fact that you can then buff their damage is great, and at the same time you can also heal them too, because every time you enter another map, you recover everyone's stamina by 20%. And despite this Uryu not having like the best strong attack here, it could be significantly better, and if it was, he'd be even more broken. But the kit that he does have doesn't stop him what he wants to do, and that is farming link swap potions, super link swap potions, droplets, doing it super easy, and also just being a really fun, safe character to use. He's the ultimate farmer, but at the same time, he's a very high valued co-op partner. Healing them, buffing them, great crowd control. Overall, this Uryu is an amazing character, and again, he's going to see the best of his abilities for basically this month in epic raid content, since he does have double killer against the Toshiro. If you pull him, definitely use him in epic raids. He's going to be the best character for that. And last but not least, we have Chad. He is going to be your brave battle character of the banner, and he's a good one at that too, but also has a lot of usage outside of guild quests. Now, it is worth mentioning Sergeant literally just came out this month, and Sergeant is a counter to Chad, so keep that in mind. You do not want to put this Chad against Sergeant, and if you do that, you're going to have a very easy time. For starters, he does come with a damage taken -60% soul trait, is immune to weakening, does have poison, and has the following set of skills: long reach +20%, flurry +1, and very similar to Ichigo, 100% more damage to enemies not afflicted by a status ailment. And because of that, that allows him to be a quite hard-hitting character, and to go alongside that, he prevents last ditch. Under half stamina, he takes 50% less damage, and also goes through barriers. But then it gets better because he also is a team booster with the booster skills, so you're giving your entire team 43% extra attack, focus, and also defense. In my opinion, that's actually really good. So for brave battle content, if you are liking someone like Yuha, for example, this Chad makes for a great team booster. Also just really good with the characters he wants to be put against, someone like Kirishiki, for example. And if you are someone that wants to use this Chad outside of brave battle content, you can do that because he also does have hit hidden enemies and also guard break, so you can use him in any content you really want to put him against. Even Arena, because in Arena he does start with the power up item +2 skill, so he gets those extra bit of stats, he's buffing your team, and he's also really good in guild quest content too. Because he has a decent damage output and strong attacks despite being a NAD character, he's actually somewhat of a hybrid character. You can look at him like that. You can use him in any guild quest you want to, for the purpose of boosting your entire team's attack, focus, and defense by 43%. And technically the only bad thing about his character is that he doesn't go through invincibility, which isn't really that big of a deal. There's only 3 characters that have that, so just make sure that when you are using this character in brave battles, you don't put him against invincible characters. But other than that, he's going to have an easy time. And as far as brave battle characters do go, the usability this character has outside of brave battles is really, really good, which not many brave battle characters can actually say, in my opinion. And that's basically the breakdown for the 3 returning 1000 Year Blood War characters. Very, very powerful, all great in their own right, and definitely worth going for if you really do want them. As for the other characters, I don't really want to spend too much time talking about them. Izuru is basically a NAD character without guard break, so limited usage in my opinion. Chojo is a good character, just lacking on the DPS factor. Unfortunately, doesn't have the most relevant killer, only having Captain Killer, which means he's probably only going to be used in Guild Quest if you have no other better character. Yamamoto is just a decent SP character, lacking on the damage aspects. Same goes with Toshiro, not really anything super crazy anymore. Nemu, no status elements, low damage output, and then Mayuri lacking on the range and also damage. So they're just decent characters. The main three, and the reason why you would be summoning on this banner is for these 3,000 Year Blood War anime characters, right? Round 16, Ichigo, Uryu, and also Chads. As always though, the banner step up is as follows. Your step 1 is going to be free. Rates are not lower tier, it's the normal step up rate, so you're basically saving yourself 150 orbs. Step 6, 11, 16, and 21 are going to be discounted at 150 orbs. And then step 2, 7, 12, 17, and 22 will be discounted at 200 orbs. After that, you just repeat the process, and every 5th step guarantees you a featured character, which is one of these 9 characters here. So in my opinion, I do recommend most people summon on this banner if you really want the characters. Chad is going to be great in Guild Quest and also Brave Battles. Can potentially run up your Brave Battle team if you need that 3rd character. Ichigo is basically one of the best characters in the game, great in anything you put him against, and one of the more enjoyable characters in the game in my opinion. And then Uryu is one of the better farmers in the game, and again, has his value increased this month and next month because of the Toshiro epic rates. 2 steps is only going to cost you 200 orbs, so I would definitely recommend most people at least do the 2 steps. The first one's free, second will cost you 200. I'm going to be doing that on my main and also my ult account because I do want to get dupes of Ichigo and Uryu. It's not really needed to be fair because they go through Iron Skin and they have like these super high damage numbers. They don't need dupes. And I'm also lacking Chad, so I wouldn't mind picking up Chad to round up this 1,000 Year Blood War banner. Any more summons past step 2 comes down to you, but I wouldn't think it's a bad idea because again, the value these characters have are definitely great. Hope you guys enjoyed the video though. In the comments below though, let me know your plan when it comes to summoning on this banner. I'm curious to know how deep you guys are potentially going to go, and good luck if you do plan to go deep. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys next time. Take care and peace.